Sunday.
November 6th.
It's happening November 6th.
Be prepared. Sunday. I'll say it again. Sunday. November 6th.
November 6th. What's going on November 6th?
The Rad Dudecast is putting on a live show.
Whoa, what do you mean a live show?
Well, you know what a live show is.
I think I need to explain
Sunday, November 6th, is part of the legendary New York Comedy Festival.
Whoa, that's prestigious.
Right here in New York City.
That's a prestigious comedy festival.
The Rad Dudecast is going live at New York Comedy Club, 7 p.m.
Oh, God.
Saturday.
Perfect
Sunday.
time.
November 6th.
November 6th.
Now, in all honesty, guys, this is going to be a phenomenal event. Here's how you can get tickets. I just tweeted the link from @the Rad Dudecast on Twitter, but you can also go to New York Comedy Club's website, click on the show there, and use the promo code RADDUDE, and you're going to get $5 tickets.
That's great.
This is going to be
That's
me,
a great price.
Greg, Anthony, doing a live podcast, doing some stand-up, maybe, possibly special guests. Here's what I would suggest. If you're a fan of the podcast, make this your fucking fall trip. Come into New York City.
Yes.
If we get enough people that come into the city, we'll have a dinner. We'll have some sort of after party.
We will drink and hang out with you.
Come here.
Marco will bring a keg.
Yeah. If you have friends.
Yeah.
If you have friends in New York, right? Turn them on to this event. It's going to be phenomenal. Again, that's Sunday, November 6th.
Yeah.
New York Comedy Club is part of the New York Comedy Festival. It's the Rad Dudecast live.
Should we let everybody who comes sleep in my living room?
Anyone who comes can sleep in Greg's living room. Come to New York. Get a gang together. Come out. It's going to be phenomenal. Share it with your friends. This is going to be a great time.
This is going to be great.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Or should I say the lack of a fucking elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Mr. Anthony DeVito is gone. He's in L.A.
I can't believe it.
And
Two in a row.
Well, you're the glue that binds the hat.
I'm the only guy who knows how to push record on this thing.
Yeah, that's true, man. It's not easy. How's your fucking life?
It's good. It is kind of sad that you guys both have great careers.
I barely have a career. I think
you guys are both going on the road. I got to stay here in my room with my girlfriend and my toys, which I love.
That sounded very sexual.
It was
very
sexual.
Meant your figures, but it sounded great when you say my girlfriend and our toys.
Our sex life is back, by the way. We'll get into that.
I'd love to get in that. You guys are sexing?
Well, we went through a slow period because it's hard with roommates when you have roommates to have sex with a woman, because she goes to bed at 8 o'clock at night, and I thought it was me. I said, "What's going on with me?"
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm fat. Clearly, I'm not attractive. But that's not what I'm bringing to the game.
First of all, let me correct both of those points.
Sure.
You're not fat. Okay. You're not. This is what you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you an honest appraisal.
Honest appraisal.
I give you an honest appraisal.
Body appraisals.
Yeah. You're stocky, right?
Stocky.
But you've got the height, so it's okay.
Mm.
If I saw you walking down the street, I'd never in my life would it cross my mind to say, "Look at this fat guy." I'd say that guy is firm.
See, my problem is that I have body, not dysmorphia, the opposite.
Promorphia.
Yeah, I look in the mirror and I go, fucking great.
Yeah.
That guy looks good.
Sure.
Then I take a picture. Someone shows me a picture of me, and I go, what is that? What is that fat slob you took a picture of? Because I don't know who that guy is.
What is that with pictures? How can pictures not be like I
not
take
accurate.
A picture of my face, it looks like a leather baseball mitt that's been left
true.
out in the sun all summer long. Just a crinkled old fucking duffel bag. It's ridiculous.
I have a disgusting nose, and my teeth are fucked. But I'm funny, and I'm nice, so I don't care. I don't care about looks. That's another thing too. Hang on, before we go to this, I have fake body. Can I break this down?
Yeah.
I apologize. Why am I apologizing? We're the only two supposed to be talking here.
Not only are we the only two supposed to be talking, we're the only two that's even possible to talk because we're the only people here. Literally, no one else could talk.
The sound is great today, by the way. This soundboard blows. We're just going right into the podcast.
So when we only have two people, we go right into our recording mechanism. Not that you guys need to know this, but last week I'm on the road. I start listening to the podcast when it was just Greg and Anthony. I go, this sounds 42 times better than it's ever sounded.
Yeah, we just did this.
Yeah. Can I
Maybe
put my feet up here? Or is that gonna be,
you know what
would
be great? If you
off.
take your shoes off, you could lay on the bed.
I don't want to lay on the bed because that's your sex palace.
Yeah, but that's for everyone to have sex.
I know, but here's the thing. When you start asking other people to where you have sex, you get lingering sort of energies in there. You don't want my energy in your sex life.
Maybe you're wrong.
Well,
you think I can't use a little Brendan in there?
I do bring the
Tito. I'll give it to her. She'll go, is that a little B man? I go, now here's a little B man. Now I'm gonna switch it up. I'll put it on shuffle. I'll put my sex on shuffle with Tita.
Don't give her a little Anthony, because you'll never. Once you go Anthony, you never come back.
No.
Mentally, you're ruined.
Yeah. But anyway, back to this one I wanted to talk to you about here, about how I look as a person. I don't. People put too much on looks. You know, everyone is like, well, I got to be hot. I got to be this sex thing. I got to be so hot. I got to be the greatest fucker. I'm not the greatest fucker. You know, I don't fuck the best. You know, and I'm fine with that. That's not why you're coming. It's such an arrogant thing for people to be like, well, I don't want my girl fucking some other guy because, you know, maybe she'll, you know, he'll fuck better than me. It's like, I know he will. Well, let her have that. Why would I not treat her to some great sex?
Well, you're saying this, but let me get honest here for a second.
Uh-huh.
You don't mean this.
I don't. I think I do.
I've never seen you telling Tita to go fuck other people.
I have.
What?
She says you can't. Because I think this is a trick. So you'll say I say you can, but you can't. But I'm always like, look, Tito, like really, like if it's not a guy, see, he can't be funny or like a friend.
Yeah, I was going to
because that's what I do.
You were really opening up the door.
No,
here
but
for
like,
a second, I thought you were saying like, hey man, you want to fuck my girlfriend?
No, like a prostitute.
Because I'd love to.
No, oh boy. See, I guess that does sting a little bit.
Yeah.
No, if you want to have sex with Tita,
you're saying
because you'll try to take Tita for yourself forever.
No, I won't. I would never. But I would. That's exactly what I would do. I've been trying the whole time.
If Tita was like, I want to fuck Brendan just for fun, and you were like, yeah, no feelings, no feelings. Nah, because you're funny. I'm talking about prostitution.
Yeah, you're talking about.
I'm into prostitution.
No, dude, here's the thing. I know you. You're a sensitive dude. There's no way you'd be okay with this.
With
no
what?
way. Do
Why?
you really think you'd be okay? I'd be so threatened by the idea of a woman I was with fucking another dude.
See, I get that, but it's threatened. That's the word.
Yeah.
See, that shows that it's our insecurities.
Well, and it's
so we have to strengthen it up.
I'm strong, man. I feel good about my sex game. I do.
But that's the thing.
Like,
why? Why do you have to be?
Because of course you got to be. It's a part of the. It's the same as like I got to be emotionally there for a woman. I have to be, stable. I have to be all these things. Like it's important. It's
I give her the best I can.
I bet you give great loving.
I'm very soft.
Yeah, and I bet you got all sorts of tricks, and you're willing to do whatever.
I'll do it. Let me tell you something. No kids, no rape. You know that about me.
Yeah.
Anything except a child, and no rape. That is anything else you want to do.
Bestiality. You don't like bestiality. But you would if you had
I told you, like I said, and this is the end of the joke I say, which is, as long as it's not a puppy and I'm not raping it, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
What, you've had a talking dog? What, there's a dog you found a way to have consensual sex with a dog?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
That dog has to talk.
I will say, I got a blowjob one time, and the woman's dog started licking my asshole.
I mean.
And I will say, I put an end to it. I stopped it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't quite as fast as it could have been. You know what I mean?
You could
have stopped it a little quicker.
Let me ask, why is that a bad thing? And now I'm not into bestiality.
No.
But I like to discuss it.
Right.
Why is it a bad thing?
That's the humans don't go with the animals, man. That's
why?
Not right. Because they're not sexual beings. They can't consent. They don't know what they're doing.
They can't consent, but they're clearly into it. He's just licking your butthole.
I know, but
why is stopping a dog from licking your butthole?
I guess if someone else just allowed that, I wouldn't judge them. But for me, it's like I'm not into that, man.
Yeah, why?
Because there's a stigma in my mind.
There is a stigma.
Yeah.
But wasn't there a stigma with gay?
Sure, but I'm also not gay. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I'd be okay with. Nah, I don't even think I'd be okay with a guy who's into dogs licking his ass because I think he'd probably try and get into some other stuff with dogs.
I'm not into it either. And the whole thing is that these are just things that are presets in my mind, and I like to question all the presets.
Sure, you got it.
Why is that a thing that's weird? To me, the rape thing is a problem. You don't want to fuck a dog that doesn't want to be fucked because you're hurting a dog. But then again, we eat them. So what the fuck? No, killing animals. We kill animals.
Sure.
Oh, I can't fuck the dog, but I can hang it from its neck and cut its throat till it bleeds, and then like they do to cows? How is that? Fucking a dog is way better. He'd much rather be fucked than hung from or a cow. Let's talk about a cow.
So if you're a vegetarian, as long as you're a vegetarian, you can fuck a cow.
No, I'm saying,
you know what I mean?
If you're not a vegetarian, you can fuck a cow.
No, if you are a vegetarian, because if you're not a vegetarian, you're already killing them, so you don't get to do all the crimes.
Oh,
if you are a vegetarian, you're not killing them, so take it a step below.
And it's not even killing them. It's how bad we torture them.
It makes me
with the chickens. People go, why would you fuck a chicken? You put 50 in a cage.
And I'm a huge meat eater, and I really want to become. This is what I want to become because I can't see myself giving up meat, and I don't. really have a huge problem with like the circle of life and like, look, there's too many animals. I really should be more responsible about my meat eating. I should find out where meat's coming from because they
agree.
do, man. They fucking treat those things bad.
We
like,
don't
gross
respect them
and fucked up, but more than a disrespect, torture.
Yeah,
They torture them. Some of those factory farms. I gotta. If anyone has any information on how I can be, I still want to eat meat. I don't think I'm going to be a vegetarian or
Same.
vegan. But if anyone has any information on how can I be a little more responsible with my meat eating, tweet at us. I'll tell you, man, I've been low.
Are you changing subjects?
Because
I got one more
fucking
piece.
dogs?
No, from eating.
Okay, go ahead.
Still animal food and things.
Yeah.
I used to do a thing about this, but I used to think it was crazy that like you're saying, we torture these animals. We torture a cow, right?
Yeah.
And then we finally get the meat, and it's sacrificed. Even if it's brain, it's like, well, at least another life is moving on from this.
Yeah.
Then you bring it to you at a TGI Fridays, and the cook overcooks it, and you go, throw it out.
Throw it out. Yeah.
Throw it out.
He died.
He is dead.
Or imagine this.
Or she.
Like, I was thinking about this. A bucket of 25 chicken wings, right?
Uh-huh.
Fucking 12 and a half chickens died.
Yes.
To get now, they're using the other parts of those chickens too, but that's you just for that little meal while you're watching football. 12 fucking chicken. Have you ever seen a chicken? They're not that small.
The miracle of flight was
12,
taken from them of their wings.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Oh boy, man. Well, but I still will eat it. I love
Me too.
fucking meat.
But I think we should. I know that whatever, but I think we should eat humans. I know that's crazy, but like not kill a human and eat them. But if someone dies, there are people out there who can't die. Why is it the most? Give me back. You could take my organs and put them in your organs.
Right.
Put my skin in your mouth.
Here's the problem with that. I think we'd be okay with that, except for like, first of all, you don't want to kill humans just to eat them. And if you're not killing something just to eat it, it's generally not good. It means it's either been sick or not quite as fresh as you'd want, or old. You know what I mean?
People who are murdered.
But even then, when are you going to find them? You know, like what have they been up to? You're sitting around outside. Meat spoils quickly.
Yeah, this is a good point.
So if you get a fresh kill, bring it in. We'll eat it.
It's got to be fresh, huh?
I think it's got to be fresh.
There's got to be a thing around that.
Maybe if we could get murderers to only kill in refrigerated areas from now on.
Yeah. Anyway, I cut you off before. What were we saying?
I don't know. I've been low, man. I've been dealing with depression again.
Oh yeah.
You know, which it's weird. It's a weird thing. I had I don't never really talk about it on the podcast, but I've had, I guess, what you would call clinical depression since I was like 18. You know.
What is that? What is clinical depression?
It's just a fucking. I mean, I guess clinical means you've just been diagnosed. You know. Mm-hmm. I've been diagnosed as clinically depressed. I've been diagnosed as bipolar type 2.
Yeah.
Which I don't really believe.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a weird thing where, like, it is frustrating because there's a lot of guilt associated with it, right? Because, like, A, you feel miserable. Like, miserable. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to fucking live.
Mm-hmm.
And, but then B, you're guilty because you have you have no reason to feel this way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There are all these feelings of sadness that aren't associated with anything that's actually happening. Your brain's just off. Like whatever fires in your brain to make you happy doesn't fire, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like you feel like a piece of shit because people are like, "Oh, why are you sad?" And it's like I couldn't tell you, man. I got a good family. My life's fine. Like people love me. I love people. Like I'm sad because my brain's broken and telling me to be sad. You know, like and it's rough because it doesn't. People don't. Even me, myself, not just the world. Even I don't respect it as a real disease. I even to myself am like, fucking get over it, man. Like deal with it, you know, where it's like that's never the case. If someone has diabetes, you're never like, that's bullshit, man. Fucking sort it out. You're like, okay, take what you need to take, do what you need to do, and hopefully you'll be fine. But you know, like so I don't know. I'm kind of snapping out of it. I think my medication was a little off. I take Lexapro. I'm opening it up. Full open up here.
Sure, open it up.
I think my medicine was a little off. I'm coming out of it. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a weird thing where it's like it's just a fucking, you know, and there's been periods like when I was still drinking and before I really started like dealing with it, you know, it would last for long chunks of time. And now it comes and goes, but for the most part it's good.
Yeah.
But like it's a fucking weird thing where you're like, why am I in a complete and utter sadness when I have all these
Yeah.
wonderful things happening in my life. You know, like
Yeah, well, there's people who are in absolute sadness who then find themselves happy. So
Right.
it's like, look at that guy. You know, it's like it's a thing of like it's just your brain. You know, with like just people
Yeah.
like you shouldn't be happy at all.
yeah,
What are you
yeah.
doing? You got
What's
no
wrong
feet?
with you?
Why
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
smiling?
Yeah, why are you smiling?
But it's not.
Um,
It's. But I also think it's okay. Look, I don't know. I don't know because I don't know how to talk about this because I don't know what is. It's hard to be like, well, just be straight. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
like, you know, there's a thing is like I do believe in sadness as a thing of like accepting it, and when you are
Yeah.
owning it and being okay with it,
Yeah.
because that's a thing of like we all. Like I don't know if I'm depressed. I definitely have things where I can't get out of bed, and I'm like
Yeah.
I don't want to look at anybody.
Right.
I for no reason. I just and I go through these, and it's sometimes it's a long while. And the best that ever happens is that when I just be like, no, this is just what you will do this for the month. You know, like
Right.
just this is what you are. And then when Tita comes home and she says why, just be like, I don't have a reason.
Right. Right.
I just am.
And like I think there's a healthy medium there. Like accepting it has been huge for me. Where it's like, I don't know why. I do know from experience that if I do the things I'm supposed to do and take care of myself in the right way, it's going to pass.
Yeah.
But you also you do need to accept it. But then I also know from experience and from having dealt with this, there are things I need to do
Sure.
to make it better. Right.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I need to force myself to get out of bed. I need to go try and do something physical.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that helps.
Yeah.
You know, if it comes to it, I need to figure my medicine situation
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I need to fucking go talk to someone. I need to do that. Like, there's things I do have to take responsibility for it. Like, because it is a disease.
Yeah.
Same with.
Oh, I'm not saying don't take responsibility. I'm just saying that like accept the fact, baseline, accept the fact, and it's okay that it's like that.
Yeah.
Then move on.
And that's huge because there is definitely a portion, and I think I'm better with it now, but I think a lot of people with depression or mental illness deal with this where there's the illness, and then there's also the fucking beating yourself up for having it because you feel like something's wrong with you. You feel like it just doesn't bear the same seriousness to the rest of the world as like, say you had fucking something diagnosed, like easily identifiable as like, oh, that guy has shingles. I see red shit all over his back. Like clearly something's wrong. But, you know, I figured I'd open up about that on the podcast today, because it's just me and you. I get think one-on-one. Nothing against Anthony, but it makes it a little easier to talk about.
That guy's life is so easy. That guy's got the greatest life.
Yeah, great life. But then B, I think it's important. Like, we bullshit on this podcast a lot, and we have so much fun. And it literally is the world's greatest podcast. You can check us out Sunday, November 6th. At New York Comedy Festival, New York Comedy Club. Use the ticket code RADDUDE.
You have to use their ticket code.
You have to use the ticket code.
People.
RADDUDE. You're gonna get $5 tickets. Bring whoever you want. That's all good plugs.
Yeah.
Should start from a place of suicidal tendencies.
Yeah,
where you're just discussing horrible depression, and then go. So if you want more where that's coming from, check us out. The people, our go-to listeners aren't gonna. Maybe they'll love this. Who knows? Do they like to
who
know
cares?
about our life? And then, of course, comedy,
course.
man, pursuing an art is scary.
Yeah,
it's
real
fucking scary, man.
Yeah. Before you move on to that, though, I do want to say, too, with the depression thing, there comes, because I do this, is that, like, I'll be sad, and if I don't accept it, I then start looking for reasons to justify it.
Sure, right.
And then it makes you like your life is worse than it is. And it's like, well, I'm not happy. Why? Well, because I have no money. And I have this. The truth is that, like, I don't give a shit about money.
Yeah.
I am happy that I don't have any money. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm an artist. I create things. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I start, maybe I'm not happy in my relationship. They start taking down Tita for every fucking thing she does. And the truth is, it's none of that. It's just the fact that I'm having a bad day or I'm having a bad week. I'm in that zone, and I need to go to the gym or I need to do a win. For me, it's a victory. I got to have a little victory.
You got to get a victory,
which is whatever that is.
You got to just take the steps towards getting better. My brother's the best because kind of along the lines of what you were saying. I love my brother for advice. Like,
call.
I was upset, and I'm calling him, and I'm like, I don't know about this comedy thing. Like, I'm progressing and I'm doing so well, but it's still like I got to make a fucking living, man. And I'm saying to him, I'm fucking 34. I got no goddamn savings, essentially. And he just goes, most people don't have any savings when they're 65, so I wouldn't really worry about it. And he's like, it's right. It's like, for the most of the world, doesn't have anything. Who gives a shit? Keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Dude, there's people in Iraq or Saudi Arabia or whatever who just have nothing, and their life is fighting and death, whatever.
There's people in Scranton whose life is that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's people 15 feet away.
Yeah.
Truly down the block where they're just, their lives have always been shit. At least, we are creating, and we're doing things we love, and we're doing a podcast, and we have fans.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to break that wall, but the truth is, we have fans.
We do.
How many people have fans? We've worked hard at a thing, and people, and it's a thing that we thought was crazy.
Yeah.
We thought the Rad Dudecast was something no one would ever listen to. And we have people who are texting and emailing us and coming out to drink and showing up at shows, and we're doing this. Like, dude, like life. And that's the and I'm not saying that your lives suck if you're listening to this because you don't have fans, but whatever is a thing that you do, man, you're fucking doing that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you're doing it 100%, then that's all that matters. Like if you're a fucking salesman and you go and you just give a shit about your customers and you do, if you're giving 100% in the thing that you like to do in your life, you're fucking winning. No matter what it is that you're doing.
Well, but you know what? Fuck, man. That you just said it. That's where I think I get to myself sometimes. Where rather than just being happy with the progress and what I've achieved, what we've achieved, I'll start picking at myself like, are you giving it 100%? You could have done this, this, and this. You're not giving it 100%. And it's like, no, giving it 100% doesn't mean in every possible instance you're fucking working toward, no matter what. It means you're doing the best you can. Like, I beat myself up where I'm like, wait a second. Like, I watched TV when I could have been writing one night. Like,
but you gave that TV 100%.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Watch TV.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, here's what's here, and I hate to kick a guy when he's down, but the other day I was saying to myself as a way of cheering myself up, I saw online that Chris Tucker was $11.5 million in debt, and I said, well, I may not be doing that great, but I'm $11 million richer than the star of Rush Hour 2.
1 and 3.
Yeah. $11.5 million richer, because I'm at zero. He's at negative $11.5 million.
But I think that's fake for those guys. Like,
kind of. You still can live a good, you can owe a lot and still have money in a big house and all that shit.
But here's the thing, though. But I just want to get back to that thing, because it's like, I don't want to sound like it's egotistical, but it's like, when I go on stage sometimes I just go on, I do my act, and it's like, well, what are you doing? Like, you could have taken that time to do the best you could have done.
Yeah.
And then, so that to me is a challenge of, like, doing that. And I do mean, like, some people will be like, well, I'm not famous, I'm not a comedian, so am I not? And it's like, no, man, I really do believe that if there's a thing that you love doing, whatever that thing is, like, man, put everything you can into it. And that's all that fucking matters.
Yeah.
You got a kid, man, raise the shit out of that fucking kid.
Out of that kid.
I make these custom action figures. I love
work the
doing
shit
it.
out of them. Yeah.
I work the shit out those fucking figures.
I've in the last 6-7 months, I've gotten into this mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
It's been huge for me. I'm working my ass off.
Right.
I love it. I'm gonna enter a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Oh boy. You're in this for 3 months, and you're gonna be
7 months.
Karate fighter.
Don't you call it karate?
What is karate? Can someone explain me what the hell karate is?
karate-
I thought karate was everything.
No. Martial arts is everything.
I thought martial arts was a type of karate.
No. Karate is a type of martial art.
Ooh.
Karate, and within karate, there's quite a few different types of karate.
Uh-huh.
And in fact, I think most people who you think
do karate,
they probably do taekwondo.
Yeah.
Probably.
Who does karate?
Not a lot of kids, mostly. I mean, people still do it.
I want to learn
some
karate.
Kickboxers, I think. Karate is
karate.
Karate. I mean, karate is a lot of like kicks and shit. It's pretty good.
Crane kick.
If I could recommend something to anyone, I think in this day and age, your best thing to do. Now, I guess I'm biased because it's the only thing I do. I would take a mixed martial arts class with a focus on jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
So what I do, I take jiu-jitsu, but I'm also not just simply doing jiu-jitsu. We also have a mixed martial art element where we're kicking and punching, because that's not really in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu is the gentle art. It's a lot of wrestling and chokes and holds and submissions. And,
I want to learn Muay Thai with a sublet of cheating. Just straight up cheating. How to cheat.
Well, here's the problem
cheating
with
everything.
Here's the problem with Muay Thai. Muay Thai fighters, comedian Andy Sanford, very funny guy. He is highly trained in Muay Thai.
Yeah.
He did Muay Thai for years. Muay Thai, those guys will fuck you up. Problem in terms of street fighting with Muay Thai, which you'd probably be fine. And I'm by no means an expert. I'm a white belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Muay Thai is a standing fighting technique, right? So you do open yourself a little bit. There's no takedowns in Muay Thai.
Yeah.
So if you're a Muay Thai fighter, you are opened up to takedowns, right?
Mhm.
But, I mean, if you were going up against a Muay Thai guy and you had no training, you probably wouldn't be able to take them down.
Yeah, I
They'd
have
just
no
be
training. I
kicking you
punched a
and
guy in a
punching you.
basketball court 3 weeks ago.
But yeah, I mean, Muay Thai is totally. I mean, those guys fucking. It's funny. I think, from my understanding of Muay Thai, they really actually in Thailand, the Muay Thai fighters, the crowds, very little respect for punching. You can knock a guy out with punches. They don't. They want to see kicks. It's all kicks, and
Yeah.
elbows and shit.
Tita's Thai. I call her my Thai.
I love that. Tita is boy. I'm
The king.
I'm still kind of steamed up from earlier when
I don't like this
when
conversation.
you offered her to me.
Well,
did.
to be honest with you, if you didn't have a good sense of humor, if you weren't me with a better body and a better sense of humor, I would allow you to be with her.
Well, not a better sense of humor, but
Well, the funniest guy I know.
You're the funniest guy I know.
Oh, what a good time we're
But
having.
here's the thing. What about this?
Uh-huh.
And now, give me some sort of signal. What's the signal if I start crossing lines? What you? How about you?
I honestly don't think there's a line.
Brush your eyebrow if there's a signal.
I don't think
Okay,
there's a
if
line.
I'm crossing the line, could I watch you and Tita make love while I pleasure myself?
Probably not, because I don't have a great act. It's not, it's not something I'm proud of.
Why not? I bet you're great.
Because you'll make some fun. If you promise not to make jokes.
I don't think Tita would allow this.
Tita would
be
not allow
very
this.
uncomfortable that we're
Tita
even talking about
won't
this.
even come out of the room in shorts.
Really?
She's just a pants person.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad. I should say this is all.
Should we not say Tita's name?
It's going to be tough to backtrack through 600 episodes. What episode is this? 116. Episode 116 of the world famous Rad Dudecast.
January. I already fucked that up.
November
6th,
November
7 p.m.
6th. It's a Sunday.
New York Comedy Club.
Yep.
The New York Comedy Festival presents the Rad Dudecast Lives. Fly your friends out.
Everyone, come out. Make a road trip.
Make a road trip.
Make a road trip. We'll all go out that Saturday night if you want. Whatever you want,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's going to be fucking phenomenal.
Really
We
is.
haven't quite planned the show yet, but there'll be some element of stand-up, some element of the actual cast.
We're going to do a short cast, without a doubt. I will not do it unless we do at least a half-hour episode.
We got to get in some type of contact with these fellas, see if they got 3 mics. I've never seen 3 mics at that club.
And
So,
a recording mechanism.
somebody's got to take care of
I
a
could
lot
bring
of
this.
shit.
I could bring this.
We could bring this. Well, we're going to need a lot of tech support here.
Yeah.
Now, basically, we're going to be pushing
A lot
the
of crowd stuff, by the way. I was deciding. I hate to cut you off, but
Yeah.
if you're in the crowd, you'll probably be on the cast.
You'll be on the cast.
Because I'll
And
probably just talk to you.
we're going to push this thing hard as shit, and I'll tell you why. Because you guys, as fans of the podcast, know if we show up
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
just a packed crowd full of people that don't know what this is, well, they're going to be in for a fucking lottie-dottie hello potty because you just got fucked.
Yeah.
That's not a saying.
I would say that in most people's minds right now in New York, doing an impression of someone that is a different race of viewers is baseline offensive. And
Yeah.
that is our
Bread and
starting
butter.
point. I mean, that's where we start.
That's the pickle on the side of the sandwich for us.
Yeah. We didn't even get to the roast beef and
We
coleslaw
didn't-
yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, another thing I want to talk about. I'm ready. Are you registered to vote?
Yeah, I just got my license yesterday. My New York license.
And are you
After
registered
8
here?
years. Yeah.
Did you register here?
Yeah.
Good.
I wanted to stay registered in New Jersey to get that vote over there.
This is the thing, man, and I'm not going to endorse one way or the other. I'm obviously voting for Hillary Clinton. I'm not a Trump guy, but whatever you want to do, I don't care. This is what I do care about.
Yeah.
You got to participate. I know. Here's the thing. I do understand the argument that it's a fixed game, that there's no fucking sense in participating because it's all the same shit.
I just don't get the positive in not voting.
That's the thing. By not voting, you're not doing anything to change that fixed game. You're essentially giving them all the power to keep fixing the game. So where you want to get involved is down ballot. Look up the issues. See people who are against lobbyists, who are like trying to give the power back to the people. Vote that way. Or do whatever the fuck you want. I really don't care that much.
I had a Trump heckler.
What did he say?
And the thing is, I got no problem. Look, I got family who was voting for Trump, and that's what they think. That's what they agree with. And I'm not so blind as to think that maybe I'm not blinded by the media and my surroundings. There's a very good chance that they're just as blind as I am. Maybe their surroundings are showing them all the light, and my surroundings are showing me all the light.
Right.
And maybe it's true. but don't ruin a comedy fucking show.
Yeah.
You know, I do one joke on Trump, and it's not even about Trump. It's about the whole like Mexico, people saying people hide from Mexico, and they come from Mexico and hide here. It's like, yeah, and the joke is that we go to Mexico to hide. Like that's the joke, you know?
Not even anti-Trump.
No,
like fucking
it's just a hypocrite. It's just a hypocrite saying that's happening when we clearly, you rob a bank, you go, I'm going to fucking Mexico.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you think of.
Yeah.
Guy yells out, do a Hillary joke, and now I'm like, well, I don't have a Hillary joke. I only have one half Trump joke.
Right.
What are you talking about? And they just kept screaming it. So they fucking see now. I started like unloading on him. Like I'm just like fucking playing into him. I'm like, fuck you, you fucking dumb shit. You ruined it, blah, blah, blah. Finally, the crowd is getting crowd back. We're done. I'm closing it out. I'm doing a 3-minute story that ends with a giant punchline. His fucking cell phone rings at the moment of the punchline. Deflates everything. And now I'm like, well, what the fuck do I got to do? I got to do another fucking 10 minutes. I got to go over the light just to fucking close this show out.
Yeah.
Because people only remember the last joke.
Of course.
Oh, his last joke didn't go over. He sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, I was murdering for 43 fucking minutes before that.
Right.
You dumb pieces of shit.
Fucking piece of dog shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't agree. I just don't understand the whole Trump thing because his show sucks. Like he was shitty on Apprentice. He made up the whole thing about Trump, Obama not being from America. Like this isn't like I'm not anti-Republican.
I'm not
This
either.
guy's insane.
Well, not only that, this is what bugs
Hillary
me about
kills
Trump.
people, I guess. I don't know.
This is what bugs me about Trump. And look, Hillary's.
I don't want to do this because I'm sorry.
I don't want to. Let's not get into
Fuck
this. Let's do.
Instead of doing let's cut off Trump, but I do want to ask about Hillary stuff because people keep going in and saying that Hillary is a murderer. She's done all this stuff. But I'm so clouded by the other side that I don't.
What's
going on with that?
Well, this is what's
up with that, Brendan?
This is what's going on with that. Is that, man? If you're the fucking Secretary of State of the United States of America, you're gonna have some fucking blood on your hands. We're the most powerful country in the world, and we shake it around, and that's how it is, and that's how it's always been. And I am a little bit of a fucking. I'm a little bit just resigned to the idea that, man, warfare and fighting and violence, you know, they tell kids, like, never, you can solve stuff with words, but it's
but then we go to
violence has been a part of human history from day one. I don't know that we'll ever get away from it, get out of it, anything like that. And it's sad.
Well, we're not going to get away with it by the TV show and the culture we have.
But it's also, here, my thinking is like, look, if your argument is Hillary has done these shady things on a global basis, fucking Trump can't do anything to change that. Either of them, no matter which of those two gets into office, that will continue. Right? Unfortunately, that will continue. There's just I don't think Hillary, I don't think Trump, I don't think the president has a say on that. There's big money. Yeah. That's my whole thing is, let's take the money out of politics. The people who represent us, our our congressmen, they no longer represent us. They represent the money that was donated to their campaign. They represent the money that was donated to their party, which comes from corporations, which comes from oil companies, from fucking defense contractors, and that shit. Like, there's no more. A government no longer represents the people. It just doesn't, man. It represents big money, and so I think you can take that whole violence. Hillary's a hawk. A lot of people say Hillary, she's bloodthirsty. She's willing to use force, right? Yeah. I think you can take that argument out of the equation for me, because to me it's like, that's not going to change whoever gets in there. Yeah. As say Romney beat Obama. Yeah. That wasn't going to change, man. Shit was going to be violent. Yeah, it just is, unfortunately. Yeah. And I think the way you change that is moving towards getting the money out of politics, and having the people represented a little more. But to me, it comes down to just a baseline fucking. Trump's at least Hillary is, and I don't want to endorse whatever. I'll fucking endorse Hillary. Trump is a bad man. He's a bad man, and maybe Hillary is too. But I'm talking about at the level. I don't think she is, but I understand some of the arguments that she is. Yeah. Trump is the kind of guy who, just if I knew him, and he wasn't who you'd just be like, that guy's a fucking prick. He's a blowhard. He never apologizes. He brags on himself all the time. He refuses to admit when he's wrong.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, the guy's a con man. He talks repeatedly about how good of a businessman he is, but it's like, no, you're not a good businessman. You're a guy who's willing to compromise fucking basic moral tenets to make money. That doesn't make you a good businessman, because what he's done, how he's built his fortune, is by he creates like whenever he develops a project, right?
Yeah.
He creates a separate company for that project.
Mm-hmm.
He then fucking takes on a ton of debt for that company, and then while the project while there's money coming in, say a casino, he pulls out money from the company for himself, right? And so that private company is then liable for the casino.
Yeah.
He's already made his money.
Yeah.
Right? So say the casino fails, which it does, which all those AC casinos did. That the company that he created is liable for the failure, not him personally. Yeah. He's already pulled out
the people he worked on all that shit.
Exactly, but he's already pulled out his money.
Yeah.
He's made money.
Yeah.
The company fails. The company goes into bankruptcy. The company he created to develop it, but because of the legal mechanisms he's used, the bankruptcy can't get money out of him. So he's made his millions on those casinos. Yeah. But the poor fucking middle-class New Jersey guy who did the fucking drywall is now having to go to bankruptcy court and say, I need money. He owes me money. And they say, there's no money. It's bankrupt. There's no money. Here's 20 cents on the dollar for what you were owed. And it's like, he's proud of that. He brags about that. And it's like, no, to me, that's not a good businessman. You're not a good businessman. You're a huckster. You're a fucking con man. That's what he's had companies go bankrupt 4 times. Yeah. You know, it's so.
It's all fucked up. We're all fucked. I don't think we're fucked, though. This is the thing I want to talk about. We're not fucked. Okay, I believe in this fucking country. I believe in the people who are in this country. If Trump gets in, we're still going to be great. If Hillary gets in, we're still going to be great. I mean, I don't know what great and this is because, and I literally don't know, but like what country has been this high? We're at a point where I don't know that we can, like when Greece failed, I don't think people in Greece are what's going on with Greece?
Greece is in trouble financially, but
they're still eating lunch, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Here's the thing about it. I think we oftentimes are sucked into.
We're not going to apocalypse.
Not only that, we're oftentimes sucked into taking a very small view of things. Yeah. And it's like, okay, let's broaden our view a little bit. Yeah. Because people, and not even just America, the world. Yeah. Right? Because to me, it's like, if you're starving in the Appalachian Mountains or you're starving in fucking Rwanda, I care about you equally. Nobody should be starving. What do I,
Yeah, we're all people.
We're all people. It's just people. So a lot of, for a while I was going down the road of like, fuck, man, all these bombings, all these shootings, the world is fucked. The world is fucked. And then I realized, no, okay, hold on. Take a broader view of things. Violent deaths worldwide are down. Yeah. They're down. They're trending down. Starvation trending down.
Yeah, average poverty, more and more civilized.
Average poverty level trending down. So it's like the media hypes things up, and the way our news cycle is now, and social media, all this shit, sensationalism rules the day. Yeah. Whatever that fucking big headline is rules the day. It pops. It's huge. It's great. Like they want it. Yeah. You know. But the truth is, if you look at things on broader terms, the world is doing better. And sure, we talk like racism seems horrible in America right now. But you know what? We're talking about it. We weren't talking about it.
Well, that's the thing.
We weren't fucking talking about it before. So all this is good.
When you pop the pimple, the pus comes out.
Yeah.
So we're talking about it. So we're seeing the shittiness, but we're cleaning it up.
Yeah.
It's like when you dust your room, you pull the dust out on the floor, and you go, oh, look at all this dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now it's not hidden underneath the shelf anymore.
And cops are killing black people. They are, period. But guess what? They were 15 years ago as well, and we weren't talking about it. We weren't protesting. Yeah. We weren't hearing about it. We weren't seeing videotape. Yeah. So it's like...
But let me also defend on that is that, look, I hate this idea. I love cops. Yeah. And there are people out there who are fucking saving our lives every day.
Absolutely.
And they're running to the fire when the fire's... Now, because you support Black Lives Matter does not mean you don't support cops.
Of course.
I support both. I think there needs to be reform and fixing, and cops, what are happening is it sucks because these fucking guys, all they see is the worst every day. If you work at an ice cream shop and you see people come in and get ice cream all day, you think everyone loves ice cream.
Right.
But the truth is, not everyone loves ice cream. You're just seeing the worst every day, and that becomes your fucking mentality.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I just have to get that.
No,
shit
you're
out
right.
there
I mean, there's no more. We don't allow very much anymore, and I think this goes back to the social media environment.
Yeah.
There's really no room for a nuanced opinion. Like on Facebook or on Twitter, it has to be either all A
Yeah.
or all B. There's no you're not getting any likes on like,
Yeah.
hey, there's some good points in A,
Yeah.
but also like part of B, let's think
Yeah.
about that. It's all black and white. There's no like, hey, let's talk about this, but also let's be careful not to let's be careful not to just burn down the whole fucking good people out there.
Well, super liberals also and super conservatives are the exact same.
Yeah.
And they don't even realize they're playing Mad Libs. You know, like I was arguing with this one guy, and he was talking about Muslims, and he was like, well, Muslim people should be coming out and helping find and fight and disrespecting the ones who are doing all the bad stuff. And I'm like, well, and then, you know, the liberal other person is saying, that's fucking bullshit. You can't say that. You get bullshit. Blah, blah, blah. Why would they have to do that? And then that same liberal person said, all the cops.
Yeah, exactly.
All the cops should be pointing out the bad cops and getting those guys out there. And I'm like, you don't seem to understand that. You just said the exact same fucking argument that you were arguing with. Now, people are people. We got to do you got to do what you can. But there's fucking nuance to 99% of these people can't fucking see it.
Right.
Except religion is stupid. That's the one thing I hate. Sorry.
Well,
you know I love
religion.
to get there.
You know we got a problem with that on the Rad Dudecast. We got, and I don't mean I got any kind of problem with you believing in God or anything like that. I got a problem with the institutions. I feel like they've been taking advantage of people and causing trouble for fucking thousands of years.
But I gotta say, man, I think I do find myself having a problem, coming more and more to terms with the fact that I'm not lying to myself anymore. I do have a problem with religion. I do have a problem. I don't think it's not critical thinking. It's not. And I do believe that 99% of the people who believe in religion believe in it because their parents taught them that. So you were just lucky enough to have a parent believe out of the thousands of things that could have happened. You were lucky enough that they told you about Jesus. Like, that's fucking crazy.
See, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What I have a problem with is the institutions behind it. They're taking money from people. They're weighing in.
But get rid of all that.
Yeah.
Get rid of all that. Get rid of the rape. Get rid of the money. Then you still just have someone believing in something that is baseless, foundless, and then telling, and then they're taking, and 99% of people put it on other people. They put their religious beliefs on other people.
I think they put it on other people because of the institutions. I think if there weren't pressure from churches and temples and all that to kind of spread the word, I think people, because I don't want to take away hope from people.
Yeah.
And that's what believing in a higher power really is. It's this mechanism of coping with the fact that for a lot of people, life isn't great. Yeah,
and
but and here's a story
and that bothers me
to believe in.
That bothers me. That bothers me because if your life isn't great, then you say, well, I have something else later. Well, not saying fix your life because it sounds fucked up, but then you're okay to accept the fact that you're a peasant, you're a slave, you're fucking working a dead-end job, you're miserable your whole life because you're getting something at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Be a good person because you're a good person. My whole belief system has always been this, and I'm sorry to rant, but it does get me crazy, is that I grew up, one of my first girlfriends was a born-again Christian.
Yeah.
And her friends said to her, go back to your unsaved boyfriend. I remember that. It made me furious.
Yeah.
Because I was Catholic at the time.
Right.
She was Christian, Catholic, same fucking shit.
Yeah.
And the one thing I said was, I don't know whether or not God exists, because I was agnostic, but I'll do all the things that you do. I'll be as good as a person as you are without believing, because what's the better deed? The better deed is the guy who does the thing without a reward.
Right.
Okay? You're looking for a reward. All I noticed with those guys was that they thought they were better than everyone, and they were trying to recruit everybody because they were trying to get God points.
Right.
And it's like, fuck your God points. Okay?
Right.
Do the thing because it's the right thing to do, because it doesn't cause pain. And you know pain sucks. Pain sucks. So do something nice to someone because it keeps the pain away.
Right.
And that's the thing, is if everyone can get on board with atheism, or with not atheism, I'm agnostic for the most part, but if everyone can get on board with the fact that, look, maybe it's fucking nothing.
Right.
Maybe it's all worth nothing. Nothing we do is for anything. Let's just try to have a good time while we're here. Let's just try to enjoy it and stop fighting for this thing that's probably not coming.
Right.
It's just way more. It's easier to accept death than to pretend it's not going to happen.
Well, but I think that's why I don't have, because I agree with you, but I also think that's why, like, I don't have that big of a problem with religion itself. because like what you just said, that's kind of what Jesus said. You know, like all this other shit about abortion and gay people and fucking sin and promiscuousness.
Yeah.
Like that was tacked on. Like Jesus, the man, from what we know of
Jesus
him,
is the man.
who almost definitely existed. We're not sure in what form and how much of what we know about him is true, but he was a guy. He was some sort of preacher or you know. From what he said, basically he said what you're saying. Like he was basically saying, like, feed poor people, like be nice, like don't judge. That's what he was saying, you know?
Sure.
Like, and it became a cult, you know, if you know, and now we don't consider it a cult because it's just the most successful cult there's ever been.
Yeah.
But him as the man, if you choose to believe those tenets.
But what's the difference between why does it have to have happened? Why can't you follow?
No, I'm saying it doesn't have to have happened. I'm saying no, but I'm saying the man who existed, right?
Yeah.
He was saying what you're saying. So you don't have. Who cares if he existed or not?
That's the thing.
But he's a guy who was just telling people what you just said.
Yeah.
Essentially, just fucking be nice, man.
Be
good.
Yeah. My argument, though, and I'm sorry, but it's just that the fact that people need to have happened bothers me. It's but read the book. Great things happen in the book. Follow what he said. Do everything he said. That's fine. But understand that it probably didn't happen. Well, I read Spider-Man. I get the same shit.
But what difference is it for someone behaving that way because this guy Jesus said it, or behaving that way because you just said it on the podcast and they heard it? It's the same. Like, I don't care. Why not?
Here's why. Well, because, and I don't have a full-out argument to throw on this, but the truth is when you deeply believe that it happened, then you do start to outweigh actual scientific arguments. When you think that someone created all of this, then you have to accept all these other things. Like if you accept that God created Earth and was good, then you have to accept so much other shit.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about Genesis. I'm not talking about the whole creation story. I'm just talking about Jesus the man, right?
But
what he was saying.
But if you believe in him, you have the whole thing with Jesus is you have to believe he was the Son of God.
No, but no. Okay. Well, that's where we're missing here.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you don't, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying just if you take what we think we know of him as a man, what he was saying, if you throw out all the mythology surrounding it, he was just saying what you're saying.
Sure,
you know, and like I don't think. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he ever during his life claimed to be the Son of God. You know, like I don't think
he did.
I don't think he did. I really don't think
this
he
is
did.
like a tricky question because I'm so confident that he did, but I'm like, well, I don't know if you think.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, well, at least definitely an angel came to Mary before he was born and said, you are going to have the Son of God. And then Jesus walked around and said he was the Son of God. That was it. That's why he was crucified, because people were like, what do you mean? You can't go around saying this.
I didn't know that. Well, this throws a real egg in the mix.
I used to do a bit, though, I used to say, but it does never, that's a horrible way to speak English, in the Bible ever say it actually happened, though. It never says this is a true story. It just says this is just like the actual thing. It just says like, oh, these are the stories of this man. These are the thing. But it never says, hey guys, I want to tell you that I watched all this shit happen. There is no based on the true story. It is just a bunch of stories, to the best of my knowledge.
Well, this you'll hear all this and more Sunday.
Probably not. We don't usually like to get into Sunday.
Sunday, November 6th. New York Comedy Club. Go on their website. It's going to be a Rad Dudecast Live. You can get tickets.
Promo code
Rad Dude.
7 p.m.
7 p.m., man. Tell everyone, get out there. We're going to be plugging this hard. We normally don't roll hard promotion-wise, but we're doing it now. We're fucking...
Also, if you do believe in... I have to throw this out. If you do believe in God, I still love you.
Right.
You know, like
you might be God. Are you sure you're not God? This is great. You're setting yourself to be this sort of Messiah type figure.
Well, yes.
Where even if you disagree with me, I still love you.
No, but the truth that I always think is that look, I very possibly could be wrong, and you could be wrong, and we shouldn't. But you know, it's like it's all good that you can both be right, and people just don't understand that that's like a thing. That like you can both just be right.
This has always been my hedging of the bet, right? My because I'm agnostic. I'm not an atheist. I lean towards atheism, but I do think there could be something.
Yeah.
I don't think it says describe, but there could be a higher power of sorts.
Sure.
My the thing that's always made me feel better is like, look, say there is an afterlife, right? Say there's some sort of reward-based afterlife.
Yeah.
If I get there, is who's ever running it going to be more into a dude that believed in him but lived their life like a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Or a guy, or me, who
Yeah.
didn't really believe, didn't know, but also lived my life fine and
Yeah.
treated people nice? And if he is into me for living my life right, great. If he's into the other guy because the other guy worshipped him,
Mm-hmm.
well, then fuck you. You're an asshole.
You're a prick.
You just want people who worship
That's
you.
the scariest
You know?
thing. Is at night, if you really read,
Yeah.
God probably hates us.
Yeah.
If he exists, if the things that you're saying in the Bible are true, God probably hates us. He's probably a
Yeah.
bad person. He did a bunch of bad stuff. We killed his son.
Yeah.
No one said that was okay. I don't understand how people are just like, oh, no, he said his son, and he was like, yeah, I'm doing all this shit, and then we killed him, and then after we're just like, I mean, he wanted that to happen. That was
Yeah.
the thing. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, that's clearly,
Yeah.
we're changing the facts here. The guy sends his kid. When does that ever solve? How does that ever solve a problem? You go, you guys are fucking up down there. The only way to fix this, murder my son.
Yeah.
That does not, there's no contextual argument that would ever make any
Yeah.
sense.
I tried that with my neighbor one time.
Yeah. I owe you a bunch of money? Why don't you come over? I got to put a hit out on my kid. Who's the fucking... That's crazy.
What time? How long we been running this podcast?
We got 5 minutes left. We got 10 minutes left.
This is great.
Why do you
man.
not want to? Do you want to?
No, I'm loving it. This is solo.
Do you want to go something else? New topic.
No.
I do love religion. I love the talking of it. I love the
You should
arguing
be
of
a
it.
professor of religion. I feel.
I
Let me
got
tell you what I'm
half
feeling.
a semester of college.
I'm feeling great. But what's that? What's that even mean?
I don't know.
I'm feeling great about this podcast. I am a little uncomfortable with what I've said about Tita. I want to roll that back
Really?
a little bit. I think she's a beautiful, wonderful woman.
She's great.
But she's my best friend's girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
I respect her as a woman. I would never watch you two make love,
You
even
never
if the
said
offer
anything-
was on the table.
You never
Well,
said
I
anything
said-
bad or mean or angry.
Well, I did say
Nothing.
that I would like to make love to your girlfriend, and then if that wasn't a possibility, I said I'd like to pleasure
Let me ask you
myself
this.
while I watch you make love.
Why would you wanting to make love of my girlfriend? It's insulting if you said I don't want to make love to your girlfriend.
That's true.
That's even more
yeah,
insulting.
that's true. That's
I would
true.
love to have.
I
that.
also don't think she listens to the podcast.
No, she's never
No.
listened to one episode.
No.
No, God forbid she ever does. She doesn't even know me, I think, sometimes.
Really?
I think so. I mean, I don't, like, we have this whole other thing.
Do you guys think you'll ever get married?
Yeah, as soon as I have money to not have an apartment with two other men.
How long you been together now? 8 years?
Yeah, Obama
That's great,
inauguration.
That's great. Oh, you made it official at Obama's inauguration?
Yeah, I went down to see the inauguration. I came back, and for some reason, I forgot what had happened, but I was like, why are we not together? I said, just be my girlfriend. And we were girlfriend, boyfriend.
That's great.
Yeah, and it worked out the timing great, because then I could always time it with the presidents.
That's great.
You know, I have a
actually.
nice, like, oh, well, what term are we on? That's what term we are in our relationship.
Here's something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Obama has done the traditional thing where, I guess not traditional, the normal thing where just aged tremendously over those 8
Yeah.
years because of the stress that's been put on him. You
Yeah.
see the before and after. He's got the gray hair. He's got the
Yeah.
wrinkles.
Also, I look the same 8 years ago. Here's the thing. I don't know. People say that about the president. I have aged just as much, if not more.
Well,
So
but
I don't know
here's
what he's
what's
talking
interesting. I'm watching Michelle yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, Michelle had a speech. She's gotten
Hotter.
way hotter.
Yeah.
And she was always a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
gotten
I didn't used to
somehow-
think so.
Gotten fucking beautiful.
I used to be like, yeah, I don't think she's hot.
Yeah.
Now I think she's hot.
Yeah.
She's gotten it.
What happened there? Do you think what's their sex life like?
Ooh. They're probably getting it in, getting it out all the time.
I don't know how much time you have to do that. I mean, Bill Clinton found time.
Yeah, I mean, they got time.
Here's
They got a
what's
whole
weird.
house to themselves.
Here's what's crazy about that no one ever talked about, right?
Yeah.
About the whole Bill Clinton thing.
Uh-huh.
So did the people there at the White House know what he was up to?
They had to have.
Because you kind of got to be like, hey, you can't. Like, there's people around that office all the time, right?
Mhm.
There's just seeing an intern go in there and stay in there for an hour. Like, so he's had to have been like, don't come in here.
He's the president. That's how much power he has.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that he had that power before he even became president.
Right.
If you're in that kind of thing, like you're congressman, you're this, you've already got Secret Service. These people know. They know what's up. They're not saying shit.
I don't think a congressman has Secret Service.
I don't know who has anything. I
Yeah.
just said anything.
You know, if you're a president, you got the Secret Service for life.
And your kids.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chelsea Clinton ran by me one time. She had Secret Service.
Really?
And I was
Wow.
like, because I was going to kill her.
Yeah.
You can't say that, right?
No,
I mean, I wasn't
you
going to
can't.
kill
Well,
it.
yeah, I mean,
I'm not going to kill anybody.
it doesn't beat anything you guys have said before. Certainly there is some guy at the White House dedicated to listening to every episode of the Rad Dudecast. Certainly, there's a room. They got a Rad
should come to the
Dudecast
show.
watch room. Yeah, come on to the show, buddy.
On the 6th.
November 6th.
We should just have a guy in a suit who we
Yeah,
know
yeah.
who's like, oh, this is the guy from the White House, so
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
to us to make sure it's not real. But yeah, no. She ran by me and I saw Secret Service. I was like, oh, that is crazy.
Where was this?
I think it was like, I don't know if it was a park. Was it Madison Square Park or Central? No, it was on 23rd Street.
It must be like
I don't know where the hell I was.
claustrophobic. At some point, you want to be like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
I gotta live, man. I gotta do some embarrassing shit.
Yeah.
Like
Like
leave
what?
me alone. What?
Like what? Like what's embarrassing?
I don't know. Like just if you were trying to live a life, like I just the idea of someone knowing everything you've ever done. It's like, come on, man. I'm trying to go.
That's what I wonder.
I'm trying to go eat a sandwich and tell someone I had a salad. You know?
Because Malala, is that her kid?
I don't know.
Malia, Obama's kid?
Yeah.
Like, I used to steal from Sears. Does the Secret Service know?
Yeah,
They're like,
exactly.
They're just like, all right, we're going to let that go. Let her be a kid.
I think that what they're told when they're dealing with kids is like, you are not any type of parent or advisor. You are there for their safety, period.
Yeah.
You're not a snitch. You're not,
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Although the president goes, hey, where the fuck was she?
Yeah. Did she steal a fucking sweater or not? asshole?
Yeah. I wonder. I would love to know about that. If they're just like, or if the president's just like, look, this is a learning moment for me. I can't ask him. I have to make sure that she's telling me the truth.
Yeah, interesting. That's a fascinating topic. It's one of those topics they may not be very forthcoming about. Like, I don't know if there's been too much written about it because they do keep those operations kind of secret. They don't want you to know their security protocols that much.
But I would love to know, like, if she steals a candy bar,
like
she can't.
It's crazy how much weaponry is around the president. Like, if you watch those clips of when Reagan was attacked, like, it just looks like there's dudes standing around him. Like, you don't see any guns or anything. And the second that guy runs up with a gun, there's just heavy artillery, like dudes with fucking machine guns, like from nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, like Uzis and shit, like just.
What if you're oh, sorry. But like, what if you're gay?
Exactly.
What
That's
if you're a
the thing,
gay
and you don't want
kid
to tell anyone?
And you don't know how do you can't even get a chance to even think about trying because you have this guy watching you all the time.
It's crazy.
Or maybe they're like, all right, she's in the house. We have security all around the house. Whatever they're doing in the house, we don't.
Right. That's probably
Maybe there's some of that.
I don't know. So if you are a son or daughter of a past or current president, hit us up.
High dignitary.
We'll have you on. If you want to be on, we probably could figure out a way to get a fourth mic.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I don't have to. I mean, I can just yell from the side.
All right, man. Sunday, November 6th, New York Comedy Club, 7 p.m. Use promo code Rad Dude.
Rad Dude.
Get the fuck in there.
Get the fuck in there. Actually, before we go, I did want to bring up this one thing about because what you were saying with Secret Service, right? So they have like this heavy.